these Nazi blood-sucking anti-American parasites that want to make you and your family slaves know that we are standing up against them, and we are red-blooded, and we are not slaves, and we are not bowing down to them. I'm not bowing down. I'm at the tip of the spear. I get death threats every day. And you know what? I am honored to be who I am. I'm honored to just be an average person that stood up 15 years ago and said, I'm going to defend the Republic. I'm going to defend the family. I'm going to defend the Second Amendment. I'm going to fight against abortion. I'm going to see what happens when I really take action. And we have laid waste to the enemy. If you simply unloose yourselves and become the leaders you are, we will sweep this scum into the gutter. We will defeat the New World Order. We will crush the tyranny. Second hour, straight ahead. Stay with us.
We're gonna sit here talking all night and we're gonna go fucking gamble. Let's fucking go.
Money isn't real. None of this is real.
This is just...
It's free. It's free.
What do you mean free?
Free money. Lose it all.
Lose it all.
Andrew, I know you said money isn't real, but I am getting fucked.
Asset. Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay, what's the second best? There is no second best. There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? Right? There's no second best. Okay, but take all your money, buy Bitcoin. Then take all your time, figure out how to borrow more money to buy more Bitcoin. Then take all your time and figure out what you can sell to buy Bitcoin. And if you absolutely love the thing that you don't want to sell it, Go mortgage your house and buy Bitcoin with it. And if you've got a business that you love because your family works for the business, it's in your family for 37 years, and you can't bear to sell it, mortgage it, finance it, and convert the proceeds into the hardest money on earth.
You didn't have to cut me off. Think I can never have something that we were nothing. I don't even need your love, but you treat me like a stranger, and I feel so loved. No, you didn't have to stoop so low. Have your friends collect your records and then change your number. I guess that I don't need that though. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Now you're just somebody that I used to know.
Woo! And we're live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Mintra Zero Launch, man. The only stream where the IRS says like the video or receive an audit. I am the one, the myth, the only DCC, dollar cost crypto, with a very special guest. I have the founder of Mintra, Gerardo, here in the studio, man. We are gonna, I guess we're gonna go over pretty much that now that Mintra's launched. We're gonna go over the kind of the protocol and kind of go over everything, man. So, yeah, welcome, Gerardo.
Boom, the man. Thank you for having me on, DCC. This
Dude,
is like
sure,
the best crypto show, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother. How'd you like the mini intros? How would you like
Yeah,
that?
I was laughing my ass off when they hit Michael Saylor, bro. I want to watch that shit again. That should have me dying.
You want to watch it again?
Honestly, go for it.
Bro, all right. Fuck it. One more time. Run it back.
Asset. Well, Bitcoin is the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best. There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right? Right? There's no second best. Okay. But take all your money, buy Bitcoin, then take all your time, figure out how to borrow more money to buy more Bitcoin, then take all your time and figure out what you can sell to buy Bitcoin. And if you absolutely love the thing that you don't want to sell it, go mortgage your house and buy Bitcoin with it. And if you've got a business that you love because your family works for the business, it's in your family for 37 years, and you can't bear to sell it, mortgage it, finance it, and convert the proceeds into the hardest money on earth.
There is no second best, Gerardo. There is no second best.
Shit was good. But I mean, the last year, BTC has been kind of kicking everything's ass, to be real.
Yeah, it's been doing all right. I mean, if you look at the crypto bubbles, though, I think Hex has been outperforming. So
No, as of late, no, the alts are popping. The low liquidity boys are popping, which is like in general. I think you're the best to know about all this stuff, like everything tied to like the Fed meeting coming up in a week, to like, you know, pre-election year, pre-halving year. Fed might pivot in what, like the bond market thing is going to pivot in July, I think.
Yeah.
So, like, it's starting to peek its head. So like geopolitical tension. Like you're really good at connecting all that. I think the best out of anyone here in like the Hex game.
No, I appreciate it. I never thought any of that stuff would even matter.
Yeah.
Really.
I
never thought it would matter in crypto.
Yeah. I know, right? It's like, it's sad almost that we're looking to these entities to save our cypherpunk coin. We're looking to these government entities. Kind of ironic, but you know.
So how does it feel to be a founder of a coin now?
Bro,
Truly.
it's crazy. It's crazy. I probably wouldn't do this again. Like launching a coin in general. That's probably the last one ever. Like I'm not like all these guys launching coin after coin after coin. I think one and done is probably a good ethos to live by.
Right. I mean, it's I would imagine it's quite a lot of stress, especially if you got a conscience. There's quite a lot of people who launch coins and don't have much of a conscience. It's just a money getting operation basically.
Boom. Yeah. And the team doesn't hold any coins at all, like on-chain verifiable. It was minted out of thin air, all the coins sent to the sacrificers and done. Like there's no team tokens, no one can dump on your head, fully decentralized, distributed launch. And yeah, I mean that's it.
My chat's ridiculous. Yeah, man. I mean that's pretty cool. And people got their coins like right away. Yeah, it's I mean, well, you know, I'll talk about this some another time. Maybe this ain't the right stream to have talk about this part of it, but Yeah, a lot of, hey, yeah, definitely. As soon as it launched, everyone got their tokens and stuff, and yeah, that's, it was pretty awesome. So, what could you do with the Mint token so far? Like,
well, you can do a few things, right? You saw a bunch of liquidity start popping up on PulseX, on PHUX. Now that the platform is live, you see like 500 or 600 million coins staked. That's like damn near a third of the supply is staked on the platform. And yeah, there's like 600 million coins there, 30 million coins, I think, on PHUX, like 10 million coins on PulseX, and the rest are just in sacrificers' wallets, just sitting liquid. And what you can do with it is, you can stake it, receive the platform yield, right? 1/3 of all platform fees. And if you trade NFTs with Mint as the ERC20 token, as a currency, marketplace currency, you get 33% off discount fees. So it's the BNB value prop. Like how if you have BNB, you got less trading fees.
So if I had Mint token right now, I would just stake it and I'd get yield like right away.
Well, it's kind of modeled after Hex, how like you have to wait for the day to turn over to start getting your yield, and then you have to fulfill that full day so the next day. So like, yeah, you need to. So for example, what do you see there? 17 hours and 1 minute left until the
next reward. Right?
Yeah, the day turns over, and it's 8,640 blocks, which comes out to roughly 24 hours.
Right.
So like, after that timer goes down, pretty much. You can stake between now and when that timer goes down, and then you have to be fully staked for the next duration to start getting your yield.
Yeah. So basically, 1 24-hour period, and then you start getting rewards, right? And then could I withdraw them right away if I want? Not just the rewards, but like could I just get my Mint tokens off lock right away?
Yeah, Mint is pretty much effectively liquid. It's like liquid staking, soft staking, whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
Yeah. The yield is a bit more rigid, but the coins themselves, you can take them out whenever you want.
So what is the yield right now, more or less, in like percentage yield? Because obviously I don't have any tokens on this wallet.
I saw some anecdotal stuff on Twitter, and both of them, I did the math based on current market rates of everything. And if obviously it's a bit of a stretch to extrapolate like 1 or 2 days worth of data to like a full 365-day period, but I did that, and it turned out to like 4.7% APY. Okay. So not too gnarly, similar to like what, a bond. But that's
like 5%. Yeah, and that's what you guys have had an NFT, like, because that yield's pretty much based off of like what volume and sales, right?
It's based off of like, well, that APY number in particular is based off like 4 variables, which is like the mint price, the PLS price, the volume going through the marketplace, and the volume going through the launchpad. And so that big old formula is what gets you your APY pretty much, which we can show on the front end. People have been asking for that. I guess one of the most requested things, so that'll probably get rolled into our next update.
Yeah. Well, I always love this button right here when I go on anything. You can go to collections. That's the way I always look at first. When I look at NFTs, I always go through the collections first. And I guess I'll go through highest volume or something like that.
Boom. The Pulse kittens are killing it.
Yeah, Pulse kittens. Yeah, they've done 77 million Pulse in volume. Not bad. But I also could buy these using Mintra tokens too, right?
Yeah, and you would get discounted fees on it, any NFT using Mintra token.
Nice.
Yeah.
Pulse Club, Pulse Mix, Pulse Punks.
And usually the fees, if they're any token other than Mint, so like Pulse or any PRC20, they will get sent to the fee splitter, sent to which distributes to stakers, to Mint buy and burn, and to the root address, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. But if it's Mint token, it doesn't do that. It just gets fully burnt. So not only are you getting less, you're paying less fees if you use Mint as a marketplace currency, but the entire Mint fee, that 1.5, gets burnt.
Right.
So
HSI stakes apparently not bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw the number 2 Mint sacrificer actually listed that like some crazy 1,000 T-share HSI for like 16 million stablecoin or something crazy.
Really? That's
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. But yeah, there's like thousands of NFTs already listed. It's over 1,000 last I checked. And yeah, the launchpad volume, that was tricky because like we do it a little differently. We like to empower creators to own their own collections, other than like a lot of marketplaces like OpenSea and I think NFT on Pulse, they do it the same way, where they have this like super collection, It's like an 1155 super collection, and they really just make you like a token ID in that super collection, and then like however many supply you want. And like that's cool, but like we like to make sure creators are literally deploying their own contracts and they own their NFT smart contracts,
Right.
which that, you know, it makes it harder to get launchpad volume as a whole, because now you have to like look at all these contracts. Like we have the tools to do it, and that might roll into a next update. Is like nice collection analytics for creators.
Right, because this is just kind of like the alpha. I mean, this is the not the beta, but like this is literally the first. This is V1 right now, and you guys are going to be doing like more and more upgrades over time, UI fixes and bugs and stuff. Like, is it just going to be like a more like? Are you guys just going to collect this and then just roll it out, or are you just consistently upgrading things over time?
Consistently upgrading things over time.
Okay,
in particular, like the easy wins are like front end stuff, analytics stuff, just data analytics, front end, back end stuff. The things that require a full dev cycle of coding, testing, auditing with Solidity is a Solidity pretty much. So if we wanted to beef up anything in that regard, like new contracts, and we wouldn't like replace contracts. Like all of our stuff works so solid right now. It's already audited twice. So it would just be like, if we wanted a new feature, it would be like a new contract additional. It would just be adding to, not like replacing or taking away. None of that. I don't think you should do that as a founder, as like a project, just like switch up contracts underneath the buttons. I don't think that's cool at all.
Right.
Like, so we're not going to do that.
Quite a lot of these Pulse Yacht Club people.
Yep. They're like in the marketplace. I just saw a Pulse Kitten NFT sell like just a few minutes, like 20 minutes ago, for like $1,000 or $2,000. I thought that was kind of nice. Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
Has there been anything listed yet that you've been kind of surprised at?
Surprised at? I mean, I'm surprised that many people are using the launchpad and launching their own collections, like Explore drops.
Yeah,
if you do that, Explore, drops. You can sort by highest volume. You probably should do that instead of the default. But like, yeah, like the Mintra pandas, like minty spunks, and like people are doing like these derivative Mintra collections, which are not Mintra official at all, other than the punks. But like, yeah, I think that's cool to see. I don't mind it at all.
Orange and
it's cool
white.
to see that they're able to use it. Yeah, because this,
you know what I just found out about JFK today.
What?
So during the during like the last 3 years of his presidency, damn dude, like JFK was juicing to the tits, man. Holy shit! I didn't know how much steroids this guy was on. But all right, there's a drug, right? That's like super well known in like power lifters and like bodybuilders and stuff like that, and fighters. It's called Halo testing.
Okay.
It's called Halo test. It's basically it's basically a steroid just to make you. It basically makes you super fucking angry. That's what it does.
Yeah.
And it's basically used like people take it like a couple days before they're about to go do a big lift meet or something, so they can feel like they're just more stronger, basically, right? They're more pissed off, and their body's like that. Well, it's really famous for making you like roid rage, like legitimately like pissy, basically. And they had JFK on it every day for the last 3 years of his presidency. He had him on Halo test. I was like, what the hell?
They had him on that.
Bro, I have no. It's just because the stuff was just barely created back then. I think like they had him on like the most basic version of like testosterone ever, like the first ever. I think they was created like in 1931. They had him on what was it like? Methyl testosterone 1. It's like the most basic version of testosterone. They had him on that like every day, a couple pills every day, and then they had him on Halo test along with a bunch of other shit too. So he was just a pill popper, man. Holy crap, man. I mean, the more you know, you guys, but like just a little JFK news for you. I mean, he had to have been on some crazy shit. This like JFK was like, hey, yo, fuck the CIA. I'm gonna get rid of the CIA. And then literally that's one of the reasons, and so that actually could explain like the massive balls it took to like try to take out the CIA, was being on all these androgynous like hormones and stuff like that. So pretty insane. But
yeah, I
guess
remember
back to
seeing
crypto
this
now.
like yeah. Now that it reminds me, like I saw this thing and said like the higher your T levels, the more likely you were to be like right leaning or something like an actual study done. I thought that was kind of interesting.
I could believe it. You want to know something?
What?
I forgot what it was. Like,
yeah.
Oh my God, what was it? It was like 9% of the male population eats 70% of all the red meat in America.
I saw that. Bro, fact, yeah. Oh man. Count me in, dude.
I had some steak last night. I had some carne asada in the morning.
Oh yeah.
Grinding right now.
Oh yeah.
Dude, all right. I know this is a little off topic and stuff, but what do you do? What do you do for exercise and stuff? Like, what do you do? Like, what do you do? Like, are you just more of like just do cardio? Are you more like weight? Or like, what do you like to do?
Yeah. Lately, like when I'm on my A game, it's like 2 or 3 heavy lifts a week.
Yeah.
And like a day or 2 of maybe some cardio, conditioning, abs, sauna thrown in there, and like a good 2 days of rest. Lately, it's like with launch and everything, it's been kind of crazy. I've just been doing like one day a week of boxing with an instructor. And
you're taking boxing?
Yeah.
Dude, that's something that's been on my bucket list forever. To do some boxing and
knock
stuff,
it off the bucket list. It's worth it.
Because I want to get back. I want to get back into some fighting and stuff. Because I used to do a lot of sparring and stuff back when I was a teenager. And like,
no way.
I just stopped since my instructor got into a bad car accident.
Fuck.
Yeah. He was like a championship. I think he won like 2 middleweight. What was it? Kickboxing world championships and stuff like that, or like championship belts and stuff. So he was Adam the Elder. And he ended up getting into like a car crash and pretty much was like kind of like left in a wheelchair basically. So like I kind of when that happened to my instructor, I kind of just fell off basically from there.
Damn.
Yeah, it's super sad. Great. Yeah, he's still around. Great guy. Just saw him recently. Every time I go back to my hometown, but like
you'd probably love to see it if you picked up boxing.
Yeah, it's either Muay Thai or boxing, one of the two, man. Because I just don't want to wrestle. I'm not going to wrestle on the ground with a bunch of dudes. I just can't do it.
Nah, me neither. I never liked that. Now Muay Thai, that's kind of like groundwork too, isn't it? Though. No, Muay Thai.
Say it again.
Muay Thai is not groundwork, right?
No, it's basically like a better kickboxing, effectively. Really.
Right.
Yeah. It's fucking it's a gangster sport, man. You get it's a lot of elbows and stuff. It's basically boxing with kicks and stuff, and then you elbow.
That's right.
Clinch an elbow and stuff. People getting knocked out by these elbows. Like you're clinched up and you.
So it's kind of like the closest you'll get to street fighting in like a proper framework.
Yeah, either if you're really good at boxing or really good at Muay Thai, you are kicking 99% of people's asses in the street. Period.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah. I believe it. Because
this is true though. But if you actually put in rules to rules, like a jiu-jitsu guy will probably tap out most anybody, right?
Yeah.
But in a real street fight and stuff like that, being on the ground is probably one of the single most stupid things to ever do because the street fights are never fair. Like you're fighting somebody and then one of their friends will just go behind you and kick you in the fucking head.
Yeah, it's dirty.
Super rad
there. And a lot of these martial arts will teach you like it's best to just not engage because your body is a weapon and it's just like you have to be careful and not whatnot because like people are very fragile.
Then I pull out the Smith & Wesson 500, blow a fucking car holder.
Exactly. You never know what's out there. So
yeah, man. No one breaks into houses here in Vegas, man, because you will die.
Yeah, I believe it.
You will die in this state. In Texas, if you break into a Texas house, a Nevada house, you will die.
Get sprayed, boy.
You will die. Grandmas have guns out. Everybody has guns out here.
Facts.
A well-armed society is a polite society.
Nice.
Those bars.
That was bars, bro.
Hella bars. But
this RPC, this public RPC, keeps like fails on me, man. I can't run a proper script.
Really?
Need my own node.
Oh no.
Yeah, just like fails every few hundred blocks. It's all good.
Oh dang.
I just have to baby it.
So when it comes to like, what are you doing with your personal Mintra? You just got it staked and stuff, or are you just kind of just chillaxing? Are you providing liquidity? Like what because obviously I know people there's the Mintra pools now. There's Mintra pools right now. It looks like Richard's probably going to add more liquidity pairs pretty soon PulseX. That's what it looks like to me personally right now.
I'll DM him.
Maybe because of 9-inch. Like I'll
Mm.
if I know anything about Richard, super hyper competitive motherfucker, right?
Yep.
And I think the reason when Fiat launched for the first time, nothing happened because it's not direct competition to anything.
Yeah.
When Famous launched, no direct competition because that's basically Richard was never going to touch some sort of thing like that, like a GMX. It's needed, a place you can get wrecked. You need it,
right?
But not direct competition. When they launched
it's
Flux,
just too contradictory to his ethos.
Exactly.
But I know where you're going, yeah.
But when they launched Flux,
yeah,
then Richard within the next day or two said, "Hey, we just added routing."
Routing.
So he started upgrading his thing because I think Buck said a couple things here and there in terms of this is much better than this, and then Richard started coming out with a tweet saying like, "Well, actually." When you have a fuck ton of money in a pool and stuff like that, even if it's 50-50, it's still much better routing than 80-20 pools and all that jazz. Kind of hilarious though. Kind of hilarious.
That's pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, because like I imagine if let's just say Richard had an NFT protocol and you launched Mintra, he probably would have done something to make his protocol look better against yours, right?
Oh yeah,
because I've suspected for a long time Richard's had a lot of these upgrades kind of tucked away.
Could be. Like I know for certain that when you're developing crazy public facing software like this, like you have your development branches where you're like actively working on basically a clone of the system, like with all the newest upgrades, and you don't push to the master branch until like you know for sure like it's good. Like I know this. Like we have some stuff that like you have everyone has different ways, but they have all of their branches and different features, and they merge into the master branch, which makes it to the public only when they see fit. So yeah, it could be strategic. But yeah, I saw that, and now with Piteus out, their routing is also now introducing some competition because it routes between PulseX and PHUX.
Yeah, so, it's Piteus and stuff. Yeah, it's a cool team and stuff like that. I know Buck supported them. Buck supported Coast and stuff like that. So I think Buck of the guys are doing a good thing and stuff like that. There's an incentivized pool for your project as well in there. So pretty cool place.
I saw that
to get some extra yield on there. I'll check it out in a minute. I haven't been on Flux in a minute. I always call it Flux instead of Flux just because I like.
That's fair.
I honestly I think they would have. I know why they went with Flux because it goes with the whole PH thing they've been going with. Yeah, but like. I'm a big Mass Effect fan, so I would have loved because the big nightclubs called Flux in Mass Effect and stuff like that. So they should I felt like they should just call it Flux, but it just is what it is.
I just call it PHUX. So I just sound kind of silly. Flux.
Yeah, let me see if I can go to.
But yeah, their tokens we support them on our on our marketplace too. We're recently gonna add there's 55 on our list. Like everything from the RH Cinematic Universe coins to the bridged in blue chips to community built like IM, Time, Fame, PHUX, even the meme coins like HOA. You can use all of them on Mintra.
Yeah, let's see where we at. Yeah.
PTS.
Oh, the Gerardo pool, 57% APR. Not too shabby.
Not too bad.
Not too shabby. 80-20 pool. I mean, I don't know. I mean, the thing is, for me, I've always said, personally, with your main stack, it should never be more than 20% in LP pools, personally.
Right.
So, do what you will. But I think at some point people will be able to vote. I think the way it works out is every 7 days, there's 2 group pools. Either you're in pool A or pool B for voting. And every 7 days or every I think it's every 5 days the thing happens, so it's A and B pools. You'll be able to vote on this, so it's at some point very soon there's probably going to be some incentivized actual extra Flux yield on top of this as well as people vote on it. So that's a really cool thing. So people, if you guys support Gerardo, vote on the Gerardo pool so there's more yield on this. So it'll be 57% swap fees plus, because if you actually look on this over here, it says swap fees minimum staking APR. That means that minimum staking APR will be Flux APR and stuff. So you'll add extra amount of extra yield on top of that. So on here, it'd be like 57% swap fees plus an extra 20% yield in flux or 40% yield in flux if people vote on it and stuff like that. So that's a really cool one, because if you look at here, right, you see how like some of these have like 18%, 9%. So there's only this all the flux votes and stuff. So that's about 18% of all the yield or the inflation goes to the VFlux, Yeet Pool, Purgy, and all these, right? So eventually, when the voting's up for buck again, you'll be able to vote on the Gerardo pool, and they'd be able to get maybe 1, 2, 3, 4% of the vote of that yield, and it can end up pretty helping them out and stuff like that. I mean, really, like here, like this pool is about everything's below here is less than 1%, but let's just go to this one, native comp. It says 1.7%. So if I go to the pools, let me see, where is it? So they have 1.7% of the yield, right? This pool is literally 5 times bigger than the pool right now for that, and they have 36% minimum staking yield on that. So that means if you guys got 1% of the vote in that pool, the yield at the current rate right now, you guys would have, let me see, I'm doing math on air, so please forgive me for my sins. But
all right. It's so much harder on stream.
So you'd be earning the yield. The yield would be like 180% APR a year minimum. If you got 1%, yeah, pretty good. Plus the 52% APR. That'd be like a 250 APR pool. And obviously, I think more money would jump in that lower the yield, but like, not bad if that can happen.
Crazy.
Just maybe a boy can dream, Yeah. As a matter of fact, Kyle, he'll hit a Pepe for that. That was bars right there. Give him an old school, Kyle. Give him an old school one. Yeah. People are like, my speakers. Deal with it. But that's just kind of the stuff I'm looking for. I mean, but where would you tell people? Where do you think is better for them to like? Where would you tell people to like buy if they wanted to buy Mintra? Where would they get it? Is better on like PulseX, Flux, or wherever you can get it?
Man, I think it's a blend of both, and obviously, who does that really well is Pateus. I'm just gonna say, like, I usually compare whenever I want to buy a certain token.
This project?
Yeah, I usually compare if like what is a pulse to mint swap. Like you check right now. You could open up like all three.
Sure.
Pateus, PulseX,
Can you link me the Pateus link? And so unless they got it here somewhere.
That's
one thing I would love it if Buck or for anyone was listening out in the wild world, it'd be really cool if they added like their websites down here. Maybe they do have them. That'd be cool if they could just add like little link to their stuff down here. That'd be really nice. But I'll look it up right now in 1 minute. But yeah.
All good. So like, let's see, 1 million pulse. What does that do?
Oh, means I have to get the contract address. God damn it. Give me 1 second. I'll get everything right now.
I think I might have it.
Yeah, let me just get it for you. Shame. All right, let me paste.
All right.
Okay,
all right.
got it.
So looks like you can confirm this on PulseX for 1 million pulse, you'd get 23,867 mint.
Yeah.
On Pateus, you get 23,921, a little more. And on PHUX right now, you get 23,918. So you get even a little more. So right now, actually, PHUX, you got the best deal. And that's different. Like yesterday it was Pateus. I think a few days before that, it was PulseX.
So it's always best just to check more or less.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. That's what I would do.
Got it.
Just change it every day. Some lighting, that better. It's so much better.
Pideus. I don't think they're an American team and stuff, but like I forgot where they're from and stuff. But yeah, I'm so backed up on interviews and stuff like that because I've been gone because of the courses and stuff like that. But I'm literally, I think you're my second stream back.
Oh shoot! Well,
Yeah,
appreciate that.
seriously.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Hey,
Yeah,
yo, fun fact too. All mint sacrificers are probably have a Mintra punk in their wallet. May or may not. So, I mean, it's actively like happening. So, like,
So how does that work?
might still be-
Do people have to claim it on the website, or like how do
No.
they do it?
no, you just connect your wallet. You just view profile portfolio, and you see all your NFTs. It should be in there.
Very nice. Very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. May or may not have plans to drop some to other communities as well.
That seems pretty cool. I'll definitely talk to you about that later on.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I mean, I'm happy to talk about anything really. Like, I know there's been like FUD, whatever. Like, I can address
let's
it
actually
all.
let's talk about that because I know we don't shy away from that. Like,
I don't care.
the big FUD, the only thing I saw there's two things I saw about you, man. Literally,
Talk to me.
There's only two things I saw about you that were negative, right?
Yeah.
Right. Well, three. All right, three.
Yeah.
Three. Well, when I really think about it, I'm like
Well, four. Actually.
four. Fuck, actually, no, five now. No, but legitimately,
Hit me, DCC.
one was basically you were never gonna come out with Mintra. This guy, because this was a big FUD right before, like, because obviously no one launched besides like maybe like the famous team and stuff like that. Really, nobody had launched anything at all. This was from Liquid Loans, Mintra, like Power City, 9-inch. Nobody launched anything, but like who I saw, you were getting a lot of heat for no fucking reason, and my speculation was some of the people that were talking shit about you were talking shit about you because they wanted to launch their own NFT protocol, basically. Because
Name
they
of the
saw,
game,
like,
baby.
Yeah.
Capitalism. But yeah, go on. Sorry.
No. It's just like I saw through that stuff because like I mean usually if I can usually tell if the FUD's real, like, oh, this is a legit reason to talk to them. But like
it's just jelly boys.
Yeah, but pretty much some of these guys were just like, oh fuck, cool. If he doesn't launch it, then we can launch our own and make some money off this.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what I saw. It was going on.
Yeah, so that was FUD number one. That was like pre-launch, like months.
But how
did
you deal with that and stuff a little bit internally? Because like people, because what's going on right now is a big thing that people are coming out with. Like, it's stupid to sack. It's stupid to do this. It's stupid to there's no point to sack, or there's no point to do this. There's no, just wait for it to come out, and then like, I mean, how do you feel about sacks?
I mean, it was interesting. It was like a spin on the traditional ICO, obviously. A spin, you know.
Yeah.
It was at the top of the bull market, so that obviously played a huge role in. You put all your capital into the sacrifice. Someone built something, boom, it's out. And now the market is in a way different spot than it was back then. So I think that relativity is also kind of important if you look at that. Like, would you have been better off holding Bitcoin, holding cash, or holding?
Usually neither, bro. Because you'd be down. Right? You'd be down on everything. You'd be down on everything. Like, what are we talking about? Like, even if you were off the top and you were holding $40,000 Bitcoin, that shit dropped to $15,000.
Yep.
There is no second best. You know.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of doing okay now, but
my rebuttal to like sacks a lot of the time is you're right. Sack is very different. Did it happen recently, or did it happen during the top of the bull market? People never really put this into their equations. Is people sacked at like high evaluation dollars, and they mostly sacked. Yeah. You know, they turned hex because we're talking about pulse chain sacks. So let's just talk about pulse chain sacks. Yeah. Most people sacked an extremely higher priced hex, and then. Even if like a sacrificed coin comes out and is down 50%, they still sacked at a dollar amount that they would have never even sacked anyway. So they're in much more gains than they would usually think anyway.
Interesting. Yeah,
because you got to think like, I mean, let's say for Pulse Chain, right? The Pulse Chain sack was like 13 cents on average. The PulseX sacrifice was like 30 cents to like 41 cents. If you got somewhere in that range there. That's quite a lot. And then when everything crashed down, and this is right before Pulse Chain came out, we were at like 3 cents. We had like 1.6 cent low. We pumped up to 12 cents. We crashed down to 6, and then we were at 3 for a while, and then we hit below a penny. So like at no point. So even if a person says like I'm gonna sack this much amount of money, right? A lot of people who did hold their hex, they were down in dollars anyway because they didn't take profits. And there's a lot of big ifs, because what ends up happening is that people end up saying like, oh, I would have definitely done this and this and this. No, you wouldn't have. Like most people, like some people would have took some profits, but no one at no point sacked all their cash. And if they did, my Lord God Christ.
Right.
That's the crazy shit. When I hear people who sack like all their money for Pulse Chain or Pulse X and stuff.
The farm ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's true, because like 16 cents, 30 cents, now combined hex is down to like 90% beneath that. So unless your sacrifice value is down 90%, then you're probably doing better than if you held liquid hex. If you sack something else, then do the math with that. And yeah, that's the game. It's just like a whole bunch of complicated ratios. But yeah, so that's the first piece of FUD. Mintra never come out, and then our testnet came out, and our mainnet came out. What was the second piece of FUD people are talking about me? Because you said you had like 5 or 10.
No, well, to the 5, that was a joke. It was more like 3.
No,
yeah, I know. So that was one, right? Yeah. The other FUD was basically, this is the one that I saw really once it launched.
Yeah.
Is where's the liquidity?
Right.
Where's the liquidity? And now there is liquidity, but like, why do you think so many people were crying about liquidity so much? Because
yeah, well, I was looking at like who really needs like big liquidity to like cash out. If they wanted to cash out on day one, it really only looked like the top 10, top 20 wallets. So I'm like, I wonder who's complaining. Other than that, it was like everyone seemed to be so stoked when I made the tweet on the Mintra account. Like 2.378 billion coins will be the total supply. No centralized team tokens. All to sacrificers. 100% use their own supply. Everyone loved that. Did no one question like, to create a 50% liquidity pool, you need tokens. So if the team doesn't have any, how is it even possible to create that initial 50-50 liquidity? Now, I think what people really, really want is they want the bid side liquidity, which isn't Mint. You know, that's other coins. That's everything else. That's the thing supporting the price on the other side of the pool. So, I mean, you saw within 24 hours, like $300,000 of liquidity pop up, right? Like, that's not trivial. That's right. It was like $10 million market cap, 300K liquidity, like 30x market cap to liquidity ratio. That's pretty good, right? That's like
that's really good too. Because I didn't fucking understand why you were getting
1,000x liquidity to market cap ratio, bro.
Yeah, dude. Because I had no idea why you're getting so much hate for that. Because literally, I know every other project that did launch on Pulse Chain, they fucking they didn't have that much liquidity to start off too. Yeah, within 24 hours and a day or two, they had money in there, but it wasn't right off the rip. Like it was like the coins were extremely illiquid. Like I remember like when what coin recently launched. Famous, I think the fame token didn't start with that much liquidity, and the price was like this high up, and then it crashed down eventually, and then from there it got tons of liquidity, and then it was fine, and it's done very well for itself. But like
which one, Fame?
Yeah, I think fame. Like I remember it was like $1.25. I think it was at $4 at one point. But this is like just when it just initially launched. Imagine if they launched with a ton of liquidity and stuff, somebody would have just sold it down. Like it was just
pretty much.
Yeah.
Let the non-believers who want to cash out day one, D2, let the non-believers sell for whatever they want to sell for.
Yeah.
It's like the market set the price, and this made sure that everyone was airdropped at $0 value. This made sure that there is no centralized entity providing liquidity, yada, yada. Like study up a little bit on US securities laws if you don't know it. And just, just study history and, consider that someone may be playing a higher dimensional chess than you can conceive in that moment.
No, I mean, I get it and stuff. And like what I noticed, it's a lot of projects. It's a lot of people who are in projects that have like big groups and stuff that are really mostly causing most of the FUD anyway on everything. And that's what it is. I mean, like, fuck, dude. It's like if it isn't Westcott being attacked by other people, then it's this guy saying that this team is dude. Like, have you? Dude,
I mean, you just had someone in your chat earlier, like obsessed with me and spamming you about like how bad my marketplace is. No, I'm a terrible person. No,
It's just emotional. It's just emotional stuff, man. It's like, I don't know. Like it's just so crazy how people act, pretty much, man. But yeah.
People do be crazy out here.
I guess we have a couple super chats real quick. Actually, let's answer this one here.
Oh,
If you sacked in stables, there's no lock in the top. In retrospect, post-launch dips look costly. Yeah, if you just had cash, but most people in crypto don't just have. They usually sell crypto to then sack in stables or something like that. So it's still kind of like it just depends. Yeah, if someone just sacked $1,000 because they had cash, and that's one thing versus like I sold $10,000 of like hex to buy or something like that's different, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's also why like Richard didn't like some of the stuff. I think he had said this before that he didn't like. He's like, I don't like when people get into shit coins because they're selling hex usually to buy shit coins, you know, like
right,
yeah. And it is true because that's what people did for liquid loans. That's what happened with people did for Power City, like the price. The hex price
because they only accepted stables.
Yeah, they only accepted stables and stuff.
Yeah, that was kind of rough.
Yeah,
that was not nice to other coins, to non-stables.
Right. Let me just answer a couple super chats and then we'll just get on. So Home Skillet here with $5. Looking to stake 60% of my EHEX for 2 to 3 years. Feeling bullish long term. 60%, 2 years, still a good time to lock it up. If I would probably shorten that down because if right now this year is more like it's kind of like if we're looking at cycles. If the cycles are still not broken, that means if we're basing this off a 4-year cycle, we're in the year 2019. 2024 will be 2020. 2025 will be 2021. So you basically need to shorten that down for the next 2 years. If I was doing it, that's how I would do it. And you got to be comfortable not having that 60% of that EHEX, and those stakes better be way bigger. Like you may have to make less stakes in each year just to have them really plump up to protect you against gas fees. I do believe in 2025. I think Ethereum. I don't. You probably didn't see my last video, Gerardo, but we finally have an upgrade to lower the gas fees on Ethereum.
Really?
Yeah, it's going to be in 2025. This is a phantom upgrade called Sonic.
Okay.
It's basically so Ethereum has something called the Ethereum Virtual Machine, EVM.
Right.
The Phantom Foundation just created something called FVM, the Phantom Virtual Machine. This is also a project that the GitLab and the Ethereum Foundation gave money to the Phantom Foundation for basically to use it pretty much. And it's in testnet right now on Phantom. It literally is an 8 to 11x reduction in gas fees. Because what it does is it pretty much allows more smart contracts to be processed through the blockchain, for each block. So this is an upgrade that's Ethereum 2.0 compatible. So they're going to test net it right now on Phantom. It will come out sometime in the middle of the summer in 2024 for Phantom. Pulse Chain could take this upgrade and upgrade itself, and we literally can make Pulse Chain about 8 to 12 times basically cheaper in gas fees. But the really big thing is that we can handle a stupid amount of more smart contracts per block. And this also means that once this is proven out, they're going to use this upgrade. So now, like I always call it bullets in the chamber, right? You have like a bullet in the chamber. Like, what's this big news event that I can drop that can increase the price? That's the big thing, right? So like Bitcoin ETF, this bullet in the chamber, and then you had the CoinDesk article guy basically say that, oh yeah, just the Bitcoin thing got passed, and then the price went up like 31,000. We went up like $4,000 in 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
That proved to the market, like, wow, there's a shit ton of money on the sidelines. Holy shit, I should probably do something. So what that means is, with that, people are going to do this. Bitcoin's price has gone up already like that, right? So what's going to happen is, once the Bitcoin ETF passes, it's possible somewhere in 2025 we could get the Ethereum spot ETF passed. That's a bullet in the chamber for Ethereum price. What's another one?
Right.
We have a major upgrade that's going to lower the gas fees on Ethereum mainnet. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Because the main thing that stops what I've noticed, what usually ends up finally stopping the pump eventually is just the gas fees get so ridiculous at some point that it just like, wow. And I remember when it was like, I remember like it was this crazy thing where like all the prices were spiking like crazy. And like, I remember like I had to unstake a hex stake and it cost me like $30,000. to do it.
$3,000.
$3,000. It was profitable. It was super profitable. I was like, I'm willing to pay. It hurt me to do it, but I was like, $3,000 bucks. But how much money this is? This is a lot. So I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll do it. But it's still like, I was like, oh my god, dude, I'm paying $3,000 to do this shit.
It was like a whole ETH or what at the time?
No, it wasn't a full ETH because actually it may have been. Actually, you're right. Yeah, it may have been. Yeah, it may have been.
Damn, the most I ever paid for an end stake was like a grand, like $1,500, like half of that.
Yeah, it was
that's painful.
But it was profitable. It was a profitable.
Yeah, of course, because Hex was killing it the whole time.
Yeah. But then, so what's going to happen is like that stake would probably go down to like, it's still super expensive, but that would have been a $500, $400 stake when this upgrade happens. So this upgrade can happen for Ethereum sometime in 2025. So I'm just seeing things that are like, wow, we are going to have a nice run on Ethereum. And if Ethereum runs, the L1s run. And if the L1s run, everybody's going to make a lot of money. Wow. That's a lot. I mean, my hands are getting sweaty thinking about it. Like, that's how ridiculous it is, because this is just not even an upgrade for Ethereum. This is an upgrade for Pulse Chain. And we can do it before everybody else. Phantom will do it. Then once with that, we just have to graft it onto Ethereum and onto Pulse Chain. And then like, holy crap. And then once Ethereum does it, oh, well, we're still cheaper than Ethereum. Anyway, it'll boost everything.
Aren't you glad that Richard decided to fork ETH2 instead of BSC?
No, I wanted it launched today, man. No. It was supposed to launch today.
Setting us up for the next decade, literally, man. Now, I have an interesting question for you regarding all that. Like, do you think Pulse bottoms before or after BTC/ETH? Do you think it's already bottomed? Like, I'm curious what your thoughts are.
Yeah, it bottomed already. Now, no, wait. Let me
like relative to the other coins.
It's bottomed. It's bottomed.
Yeah.
Relative if Richard not gets in more trouble with the SEC.
Okay, bet.
No, I mean that's just the thing.
No, yeah.
Like, it is true. You know, we if on November 20. This is November 28th, right? Is like the date supposedly, right? We find out a little more information. Maybe if the lawsuit gets thrown away, we pump in, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God, right? If Richard comes back with a stream on a throne with the candles lit, candelabra lit.
Isn't that crazy?
I'm gonna be like, Mama, I made
that
it.
Could do. Yeah,
bro. Oh my God, dude! Like, it's
crazy?
like, bro. I'd be out here pimping, bro. Like, I'd be like,
Are you worried about her location, player? You know she with me. Quit bothering us. It's purple.
It's purple.
No context.
No. It's just this big meme about like there's like all these Instagram sort of threads and stuff on like when you're out here slaying and stuff. So it's like there's like the Barney and he transfers into a pimp. There's like it's this whole thing on Instagram basically.
All right.
Yeah. It's purple. My people know what it is.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, gold.
All right, so PLS bottoms. Okay, it's dependent on Richard not getting in trouble anymore.
Yeah, that's the big day. But as long as he doesn't get in trouble, or it looks like because it's like the XRP is given the XRP winning that other case, kind of like at least the local basically the founders of XRP are not going to get into any like jail time. It's thrown out at least. Okay. And there's already been stuff floating around that like they just want Richard to pay like $14 million.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, where
did that number come from?
I don't know. This is stuff I heard, because usually the highest amount that like these projects get like kind of like hit on the wrist for is like $24 million. But I mean, from what I've heard, it's like $14 million. But I think they said they wanted Richard to not ever talk about crypto again on air.
Really?
Or something like that. Like,
oh, hell no.
Fuck that shit, right?
That's some like hush hush.
Yeah, it's basically like, all right, you get Pulse Chain gets to live on, but you gotta walk away. Maybe he goes on to like just he's reviewing keyboards like he's always dreamed about, you know, doing keyboard reviews. He'd probably still get a ton of views doing that shit, like Richard doing keyboard reviews. That'd be really funny.
Just like throwing in like bullish crypto hints through like the keyboard reviews, just all encrypted.
Yeah, it's like there's like
code.
you know, you can do really cool things with like you can actually take all the buttons apart and put it back together, and it just like Bitcoins going to this thing on the keyboards, on the letters and stuff. Oh, gold. But if the lawsuit gets thrown away in November,
and if it doesn't,
it does. But it all depends on content. We want to see if it's like. We'll just see the next step of it. It's probably like, oh fuck, it won't really crash as bad. The only thing would be bad about it if it came out and it was like they went really hard against Richard. Then then we'd probably retest the lows again. But it seemed like basically the 33, 31, 32 zone is basically being heavily defended because that's basically the profitability of the top 10 wallets. Is what that's the whales are protecting that price for the Pulse chain sackers. That's
the whales who haven't sold.
The whales haven't sold and stuff. And whales who did sell, there's whales who definitely sold at the higher prices and stuff. Definitely.
I know.
But still, like, but the thing is like, there's if you look across the top, let's just say the top 40 wallets, right? No, that's a bit much. Maybe the top 30 wallets. There probably was investment groups that were in there, and we're probably trying to make sure that their investors stay in the green because they don't want to look bad. So maybe that's what's going on. I've heard Saudi money. I don't know.
Heard that too.
Yeah. Jordan, you seem a little high. I don't know.
Nah, bro, I'm tired. I stayed up to like 3 a.m. last night. I was like going through the punks like one by one. Like all 10,000. I went through all of them. I found because there's we can touch on a little bit more FUD. Like some of them actually had layering errors.
Ooh,
so we're gonna airdrop all those guys who minted any punk with layering errors. We're gonna airdrop them a new punk. Plus refund them their full 1 million pulse. Make things right with them.
Got it.
So like, I'm just tired, dog. But it's all good.
But hey, man, dude,
I like the sound.
Either way, you're working hard. That's the important thing is like you're working hard, and that's the main thing most people understand. Like, hey, you're gonna make it right, and that's all that matters a lot of the time.
Yeah, just make it right, man. Like literally every single piece of FUD that has been flung in my direction, like it all has either very, very simple or very straightforward solutions. Like it's even with the you mind if I address one in particular, the way we handle sales on our marketplace?
Yeah, please go for it, man.
For sure. So the way we handle auctions is what led us to have a certain methodology in designing these smart contracts. So like with an auction, we wanted it to feel like you're like a real life auction where you have the auctioneer, the item, and the bidders. They're all kind of in one spot. Okay. And it's kind of a premier experience. Like think Sotheby's, like if you're going to sell something high quality, one of one, what NFTs claim to be, then you're going to want like this premier experience. And you're not necessarily going to be trying to selling them everywhere like eBay, Amazon, etc. You're like, usually it's one spot and you're there and people will agree that it's there because it's, like a premier thing. And so the auctions work great with that methodology. But that kind of found its way into the sales, not realizing like a lot of the sellers right now are kind of mad because they're like, oh, if you list on Mintra for sale, it's there. You can't list it anywhere else for sale. And as of now, that's true. It's a hard listing, right? And this throws some people off. So I'm like, okay, the solution to that would be list for sale. You have an advanced toggle and you can choose a soft listing or a hard listing. Hard listing is the way we have it. Soft listing would just be the way every other NFT marketplace does. Like if you want to list everywhere at the same time, you do a soft listing. It's just approval based instead of transfer based. And so it never actually leaves your wallet. So you can like virtually duplicate your NFT everywhere by listing it in a million places. Like that's cool too.
And that's the benefit of soft launching it because like, that way you can soft be listing, everywhere. You can be
a soft listing is like just approval based. But the downsides of soft listing are like think about if you list one item on eBay and Amazon, it gets sold on eBay. Amazon did an update. Someone wants to like go buy it. They're like, oh, this item's not for sale anymore. Sorry. So that's the downside, which is what we wanted to avoid and why we chose.
Actually, that's happened to me before when I bought NFTs. I never knew that was the reason. I just thought it was like lagging out or something.
No, it's because it's approval based, and someone could have like listed it for sale, given the contract approval, then just like transferred it out of the wallet immediately after, or like sold it elsewhere. And like, well, the NFT's not there. How are you going to buy it, even though it says it's listed for sale? And like, you could have like a really robust backend system listening for all of these events. Like, oh, that got transferred take it off the front end. It's not for sale anymore. Like that's cool too. And that's probably what's going to be needing to be done if we do introduce the soft listing under like a little advanced toggle of how you want to list. And that's cool too. Yeah, it would just be like one new contract, simple soft sell method. Just introduce it as a new feature. We wouldn't rehaul any other contract. We'd obviously audit it, test it, etc. And then all of those people would be happy. So it's I like giving users options. And I think I'm probably going to post something on like on one of the accounts and get a vote on if people really want that, because it could be just like a very loud minority of people just kind of trying to throw FUD and not really caring about the feature, or it could be like people actually concerned. Sometimes it's hard to tell on social media, so like I think getting a vote would be good.
Yeah, you guys hit the damn like button, or Richard goes back to the keyboard reviews. Haram, bro. Like haram right now that you guys aren't. Like, as a matter of fact, let me get the old bam. Go retweet this out, you guys. Let everyone know we're live right now. We're live and in charge with the Mintra Don Gerardo.
I like it.
Jardog.
Why don't you know username to that?
I already liked it. You go onto your mom's YouTube account and you go like it. You log into your TV YouTube account and you log it and then you like it. Nah, I'm just fucking with you, but not really.
Don. There. Change my name. Oh, you don't show the StreamYard names on your stream. All good.
I'm sorry?
You don't show the StreamYard names on your thing. I just changed my name to the Mintra Don. I don't know if the public.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't. Oh, I don't. Yeah, my bad. Yeah.
No, you're good.
I think I could show it if I messed around with it. Let's see. Nope. Guess not. Oh well.
Nah, you're good, bro.
I'll play with it later. But go retweet it out, man. Bam, right there, man. Let people know. But I guess we can go back to the other stuff, right? So the only other FUD that I really heard about you was basically you leave it alone, Kyle. It's fine. The only other FUD that I heard that was like, Gerardo's gone missing. He doesn't stream anymore. He used to love us, but now we are just the redheaded stepchildren. Why have you abandoned us, Gerardo? In our time of fucking need, Gerardo, you've abandoned us. Why?
Yeah.
Answer for your fucking crimes.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could have been,
You know what? I'm gonna give you the stage because you've abandoned us.
Right,
Go ahead. Tell us why you've abandoned.
Yeah, I mean, I could have been streaming on every single red daily candle, being like, I'm bullish, I'm here, I'm believing. And, I have been here, I've been believing, but I've been building daily dev calls, just every little edge case, every little audit, little everything, right? It's a lot. And I did miss all you guys. Like, I'm back. And it's interesting to see, like, who's still supportive and who isn't at this point in time. So it's kind of nice because it exposed how people really felt about me, certain people. Because like you're cool. You're like, what I've been doing. I've been building. You can reach out to me on Twitter whenever. Like the people who talk crap publicly, they don't DM me. They don't text me, Like there are people who do,
right?
Who are cool or who, talk and say nice things. And it's usually the people who have something to offer that talk the nicest things. And it's usually the people who have least to offer who talk the meanest things. So it's like, it is a little disheartening, especially when you see like there were certain collections that I was a fan of. Like I liked the art. Yeah, nice. And I don't know if it was the founder or he said his buddy was in charge of the account, but like they're just talking so much shit. And it's like, especially the people who you thought were there for you. I mean, it's kind of rough when you find out they're not. But I'm not here to cry. I'm just here to like, all right, I understand. I understand who's in my court and who isn't. And, been building and it's out. One of the only SAC projects to actually be out and working freaking flawlessly. Like it's fucking awesome, dude. Like Mintra, I love it. I'm so proud of it. The dev team did a phenomenal job. Slickest UI of probably any pushing NFT app right now. It's so good. I really believe that.
And people don't know in the background too that projects like I've said this before too. I've said this to a couple people. Is like, I have not changed my phone number. I've had the same fucking phone number since 9th grade of high school.
No shit.
You've changed. I haven't. You changed your fucking. You guys have changed your number more times than your fucking. You changed your fucking numbers more than your fucking panties. You know.
Yeah.
I've got the same fucking phone number. I've got the same Twitter. I've got the same YouTube. I've got this. Everything's still the same. If you wanna shout out to me, just send me a message. Give me a text. Same thing with Gerardo. He wasn't gone and stuff like that. Like, he was out here. He was out here building and stuff. So that's
like,
why.
There's a comment here. Like, sorry, man, but yeah, like there's a comment. How can you support a marketplace that doesn't support others? Like, I just went through like a 5-minute rant earlier on how if we introduced the soft listing method, and like I'll take a poll on Twitter if people want that or not, and we'll introduce it. Like, if you want to be able to list on every marketplace under the sun, and list on Mintra, like it's possible. Like, I just need to know if enough people want it. So when I see comments like that, it's just like, you can try your hardest and just like present solutions, present ideas, build. There are some people that will just never be satisfied with what you do. And that's just a fact of life.
So here's this one. So just because I was waiting to like ask you that question. So Crypto Rich said for $10, gee, we sacked for Mintra. We knew having an influencer like you streaming daily would be a game changer for Mintra. When will you come back doing daily streams to promote Mintra? We need this.
Daily streams?
Yeah, that seems a bit much.
That's seems a bit. I did do the daily streams for like 180 days straight. I know Hexo did it for like even longer. I probably have one of the like top 5 records for like consecutive every day in Hexer Pulse chain. But like, as you've seen with all of the guys who do like daily, it's not sustainable. It's probably not even a good idea for like many reasons.
I've seen everyone who's done it like have their mental health or their family stuff like go like, and people think like it's only a 2-hour stream or none. Like, no, there's prep work for every stream that you do. Sure, sometimes you can phone in a stream. Maybe you can like go live like that, but that's not really the case. Like, you're there every single day, and then it ends up like, you know, like people don't really. I mean, outside of like the only because people think that because they go to school or they're just out of school, they can just like, oh yeah, I go to school every day at this time, and then when I'm out, like you can do it afterwards, right? But when you no longer are in school anymore, and your schedule's more freed up and you have work and you have things happen with family, it ends up becoming more and more difficult. And so this is why as you get older, it gets harder to go to the gym, not because you don't have the financial means to, it's because your time is more tied up because you have more things to do. You either have family, you've got kids, you have more responsibilities. And this is what makes it kind of tough to do stuff like that over time and stuff, unless you really sacrifice for it. But even knowing like, I mean, I know for a fact like how burnt out Hexo got doing those daily streams.
Yeah.
Like he got fucking destroyed doing that shit. Like, but he supported the community extremely. This is why he's a legend for that shit forever.
Yeah,
and stuff.
Yeah, weekly streams are cool. Like, that's sustainable. That makes more sense. You have more to talk about. People actually miss you. You know, it's like, I think that's healthier on many levels and just better on many levels. It's like, that's good. Yeah, now that I'm more free, like. And don't get me wrong, it's not just like launch and relief. Like, I feel way less relief than I thought I would. I feel more like, all right, more anxiety than anything. Like, let's make this thing even better. And like, now we have actual real feedback out in the real world on a main net. So it's important. And like, you'll have the people complaining and crying and whatnot. Sure, I'm supposed to.
The best promotion of Mintra is showing up to spaces on Twitter daily, hearing from the actual users that using the platform. I think it's like a mixture of just like a weekly stream here and there, and then just showing up some space. Now, showing to his spaces every single fucking day is kind of ridiculous too. But like, I don't know. I'll let Gerardo answer that. I mean, it's up to you.
I mean, yeah, like that's the thing. It's a time thing. Like, there's not enough time in the day. I am showing up to more spaces. I have been. I'm not on the daily spaces like some of these guys are. Could be, you know, but what are they gonna? They're probably just gonna try to tear me down the whole time, to be honest, from the few times I have been on. So like, I'll host my own spaces. I'll go into others, but it's so toxic on there, bro. Like, shit, man.
It's because people are
Some
fucking
people
wrecked.
are just like,
people are wrecked and salty and pissed off. Like, I want to give a shit. Let me see if I can find it.
And like the hex skin, he keeps talking shit. Like the function, like he's saying you don't need no poll, just fix the function. Like, bro, you're saying you can speak for the entire Mintra community? No, that's just it's egotistical. It's unprofessional. It's like, brother, come on, brother.
Yeah. I wanted to give a shout out to
Critical thinking.
Yeah.
Good God. Like, I'm gonna go off. You know what? I'm taking the gloves off. I don't care anymore. Like, these guys are just being silly, dude. And,
Yeah.
Like
I
not
actually
their faces.
I really respect this post made by Ben right here, Ben Duard. He basically, as you know, he's been really busy on, he got into crypto. The prices came down, and he DCA'd and stuff like that. And then like he's working really hard. He's working with my boy, what's his name, Randy Hilarski and stuff, and they're doing their courses and stuff. But he's like got a bunch of free time. He's going back to work, not because he's like strapped up on money, just because he'll have more money to buy more crypto. Like, that's what a lot of people did. There's a lot of people who just left their jobs or just like significantly turned things down, and you could tell it's severely fucking up their mental health, because there's a lot of people on Spaces and all these things where like they're literally like losing their fucking mind with all this free time they have, and they have nothing else. They have this void on their lives and stuff, like, because every person that I know that's doing really well and is like they're either turning into a workout fiend, they're busy trying to get the they're doing something. They're not spending all day shit posting or just spewing toxic gunk on Twitter Spaces. It's kind of insane. Like Twitter Space, a lot of Twitter Spaces have turned into a fucking cesspool of fucking, like, it's like loserdom.
It is pretty disgusting, bro.
Yeah.
And like I do take some like I do take criticism. I do take feedback, constructive criticism. Like, do I want to be more in touch with the NFT communities? Yeah, I do. But if they're just gonna push people away with childish behavior, like, they're not helping onboard me or anyone.
Right.
If that, like, I don't know. Maybe it's the bear market leaders or something. Like, we need some higher quality people leading the charge, man.
Yeah. I mean, bear market leaders end up losing to bull market leaders. That's what ends up happening, is that the bear market guys end up being too cautious. They end up doing good in bear markets, and then they end up not making as much money as the bulltards, or as they would call them, as the bulltards, because the bull market's more bullier than you think it is.
Exactly.
And it just is what it. I mean, yeah, it just is what it is and stuff like that. It just things are gonna look what this little pump that happened right now. Look how happy everyone got. eHex pumped a little bit. I mean, Pulse, basically everything 2x'd, and like, wow, the community stopped fighting for a minute, and like now we're getting back to our old shitty ways.
Yeah,
hilarious.
Yeah, I'm so a little heated, man. I know you're trying to like keep the peace and keep it cool, but I'm just.
Yeah, no, but if you shut up, man, shut up, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck. I mean, like, hey, it is what it is. It is what it is, man. Like, this is what people want anyway. They want people fucking. I mean, people would love it if I came on my show every day and just started shitting on people.
Yeah, I mean, whoever's running the Hexagon Twitter, YouTube accounts or whatever, like, we need to go one-on-one in a Twitter space or something, or show your face, if you're man enough, on a YouTube stream, and like, let's talk it out one-on-one versus you just typing little fucking fingers in the comments, talking shit, having never probably built something as big as this. So just keep it to yourself, brother.
Yeah.
Or go one-on-one with me. Like, I'm free.
Yeah. Shout out to Red Pill Lions, man. A lot of people in Spaces just talk the talk. Yeah. And a lot of people are just doing, like, I'm not trying to hate on Spaces, but I get it, because like, Twitter Spaces turn to Twitter fingers, right?
Swear, dog.
And I think we had one more super chat. We had it from Hex Monkey, $20 super chat. Congrats on the launch, Gerardo and the team.
You know what's funny? Thank you, Hex Monkey. Congrats on. Thank you, brother.
He's a real one.
Funny?
What's funny?
The Hexagon or whatever, like, their initial first collection was inspired by the collection I launched. They even asked me for my artist, and I gave them the contact to my artist.
Ooh.
I'm gonna leave it there.
Ooh.
People be backstabbing, bro. People are dirty out here. People are, drop a fucking meme vid or something, like.
Didn't have to cut me off. Think I like it never happened, that we were nothing. I don't even need your love, but you treat me like a stranger, and I feel so loved. No, you didn't have to stoop so low. Have your friends collect your records and then change your number. I guess that I don't need that though. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Now you're just somebody that I used to know.
Damn, son.
Leave it at that, bro. Leave it at that.
Yeah. A lot of people be asking for help in private and then acting all tough. That's
And
crazy.
you know this from experience, like, you know how people are.
I've been backstabbed so many times in this space, fucking crazy, by people I call friends.
Yeah,
it's insanity.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy out here. Yeah, I can keep going. Like, I have rebuttals to all this, but this requires a proper one-on-one debate. You know, this a one-on-one. Who wants to mediate that? You know, an unbiased mediator. That would be good.
Right.
That would be good.
We'll just name a time and place and stuff, and then I'm awake. We'll do it.
Yeah, you want to mediate it?
I'll mediate it and stuff, and it's between
fine.
you and the other this other dude right here.
Yeah.
Sure. We just gotta figure out when to do it and stuff. And, yeah.
All right.
We'll make something happen.
Maybe
Yeah, but it's just, you know, it's, you know, yeah. It is what. I mean, why would the other person want to like vote for the other thing just because they just want to make more money selling their NFT and more?
I mean, I guess, like, sure, you have your marketplace that supports your one collection or your 2 or 3 collections that you launch, but like, we launched a general purpose marketplace enabling other minting pages. Like, obviously the people with their own minting pages are going to get a little salty because we just allowed anyone to create a minting page with a few clicks on Mintra.
So they're pissed off because you've made it easier for people to launch an NFT. Is that why they're mad?
I mean, you just look at the launchpad. People are launching Trump yoga and JFK and like all sorts of funny shit, and like they don't need to hire a dev team. They don't know how to launch minting pages. Like, I just changed the market a little bit. You know, a little bit, a lot of it, whatever you want to say.
You basically democratize the market, basically.
Yeah, yeah. I democratized the minting of NFT collections.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Hey,
you move shit around. Market's different now. Mintra's live. Market changed.
So what's going to matter now is basically having more of a social presence, YouTube. That's one thing I've always said about some of these, not just projects, because projects even fuck up on this, not having YouTubers or not. But like, what I've noticed is like, you can't just be, I mean, look at the Red Pill Lions, right? The Red Pill Lions, they're not just like a Twitter page. They're also they have a dedicated YouTube channel. They have a community. They have a Discord. Like they're actively they flew people out, bro. I met up one of their people actually came to my studio. They won a contest on their thing. They flew out 2 people all the way from the UK and in Europe over here to Vegas to come meet me and stuff like that. I've done
wow.
Dude. They're doing like real cool shit. You know, shout out to Red Pill Lions. We're gonna be They're going to be, I think they've already but they're going to do like a full rollout on Mintra pretty soon as well.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
I know the forked over collection's already there.
Like the forked over collection and stuff like
that.
Yeah. But we got some stuff. We got some stuff cooking for you guys.
For sure. Shout out Hextronaut with the super chat. Yeah, he's a real one. Always supporting.
Yeah. Don't listen to the hate, Gerardo.
Yeah,
I mean, that's like for real, like even if people to shit talking, I still would have had you on my channel because like you're a buddy of mine in terms of like I mean, if I saw you were up to some fuck shit, I'd be like I'd call you out on it, of course, right? But please do. Like I'm open to it. I'd ask me whatever you want. You asked me before the stream, like, yeah, anything you want to talk about, anything you don't want to talk about. You know what I said? I was like, whatever, dude. Ask me anything. I'm here. Transparency is the name of the game. Like, we're not hiding anything. If there really is demand for new functions or like a pissed off specific customer base, like we will make things right. But if it's just competitors throwing FUD, then it's like they're just showing their true colors. So Franklin had a good question. Can you upload an NFT that has like music with it?
You know? Not yet. I don't think so. Or like through the launchpad? You can't launch a collection with MP4s as or like with MP3s. No, I don't think we support that file format on the launchpad yet. Not MP3s or MP4s yet. That's in our backlog.
Yeah,
that's in our backlog. I mean, there's so many cool features, dude, you could throw in. So
shout out to Red Pill Lines.
It's really important to know what features the community actually wants / needs. Mintra mixtape? Oh shit.
That'd be cool and stuff. Okay, here's a good question: is Mintra ever going to drop like a Mintra like official NFT?
We launched the first one, and that may or may not be the last one. It was the Mintra Punks. So the first like 300 or so token IDs were minted by like 80 or so wallets. That's a very special group of people. Like that list is noted for sure. And then there were about 9,000 plus that were minted around last night that people saw and started talking to Telegram. They're like, what's going on? And then you see all of them are starting to get airdropped. Like to mint sacrificers, to HSI holders, to Hex Toys holders, to Pulse Punks holders, even to Homeboy in the chat. His collection is getting airdropped too. So, sharing the haters love. And just a bunch of like first generation NFT collections that kind of had made the Pulse Chain NFT space what it is. And I kind of seeded it. I wanted to show love to them and give them some punks for free. And then, the ones with layering errors, anyone who minted those, will be, given a new one plus the refund, full refund of 1 million Pulse. And, we'll see what the future brings with that. But there's so many cool things that you can do with like, royalties, for example. The royalty recipient, it could be whoever you want. So it could be like a royalty pool or, like staker yield or like a lot of interesting things you can do. And people can build around this too. Like you could launch an NFT. If you're like a mint whale, you could launch an NFT and set whatever royalty you want. And all of it could go to like mint yield, staker yield. That's an interesting thought.
That's pretty cool.
So it's a play on like what the Pulse Punks guys are doing. Shout out to them. Like they have their royalty pool and 5.55% royalties on secondary sales go to their royalty pool.
Can you shout out a couple of projects you think that are like good players in the NFT space right now inside of Mintra right now, or the overall Pulse Chain space? Because my first foray into the NFT space in this ecosystem is going to be Mintra, right? Your guys' stuff, but I know there's like, was it 99 or something? There was like another one that launched or something like that. I forgot who launched something, but what are like some good who are like some good projects you think more or less that are good good peeps, basically.
Good peeps. Yeah. I mean, those who have actually shown support on Twitter, for example, I keep receipts. Like I remember what people say. And Hex Toys was very nice. And they were like the first Hex NFT collection, I think. Like the big one. They might have been the first.
Yeah.
So I think they're awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, Hex Toys is great, man. I've got a couple, watches and stuff and a bunch of other cool little things. I forgot I ordered I think I ordered something I never received. I gotta see what's up with that.
They're usually very responsive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're cool because they kind of broke ground and it wasn't easy, especially when Richard was crapping on NFTs all the time for them to launch that and then to eventually get his support. Be like, oh, they're kind of cool. I thought that was really cool. So they're cool players in the space. I like all the DeFi NFT guys, like the HSI stuff, the Watsas, even the Pulse Kitten stuff. They're doing their own thing and they're killing it on volume. So shout out to them. What else, man? Grove Girls, Mana's thing, because she does the VR AI, really cool. Her Tang Gang collection, and a lot of those guys are. See, that's what I'm getting at, man. The Tang Gang guys, those guys are super cool for the most part. With a few I've interacted with, and I want to start interacting more on spaces. I really, really do, man. It's just a time constraint. But when I'm on there, those guys kind of embrace you a little more. They're just nicer. They're just good people in general. Right. So that's how in my opinion, you get more flies with honey than, the shit or whatever. But yeah, it's just be cool. Don't be a piece of shit. And So the Tang Gang guys, those are cool, Grove Girls, Hex Toys. I'm probably forgetting a bunch off the top of my head. Any of your favorites?
Yeah, I'm partial to the Red Bull Lions and stuff like that. I've heard a lot about Pulse Punks and stuff like that. To tell you the truth, this is my big four. I probably know more about Ethereum NFTs than I do any other ones and stuff, but yeah, I'd probably tell all you guys is probably looking at Trump NFTs, but that's on Matic though. Just as because there's this whole report that came out recently that Trump has 1,400 Ethereum he's made.
I saw that, yeah.
and that's all off his Trump NFT launches that he's done.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, as soon as this presidential election starts really heating up, bros, you think those NFTs ain't gonna do some numbers? That's why I bought some. I bought quite a few of them. I bought quite a few of them. Full disclosure, man. But like,
oh shit, okay.
Yeah, I bought quite a few of them and stuff like that. I mean, it's nothing crazy, but just enough. Like, I got enough. Like, if it does good, then I'll make some good profit on them and stuff like that. But like, definitely, like, that's one I tell people quite a lot about and stuff like that. But like, I'm gonna, as I get deeper into the community, I'll be able to say like, oh, I think this one's cool or that one's cool, basically. So, still getting my feet wet when it comes to the whole space.
Okay. So the Trump NFTs and the Red Pill Lions, cool. I want to make sure that contract address is showing up on Mintra, like the forked over Trump NFTs.
Oh yeah, please.
The forked over ones. I want to make sure.
Them boys pumping then. Yes, sir.
I think so. I'm gonna make sure they're on there.
Yeah, and Gerardo's gonna be talking to our guys in the crypto mindset courses and stuff like that later on in a couple weeks and stuff as well. Give us an update and stuff. So
looking forward to that.
Yeah, but not now, but soon.
Oh, they're on Polygon, so they didn't get forked over.
Yeah, they're on Polygon.
So they're not forked over on the Pulse chain, huh?
Probably. Well, no, it's layer. They're layer 2.
No. Oh, okay. Interesting. Maybe he redeploys on Pulse chain.
Maybe they redeploy. I mean, hey,
crazy. Come over, bro. We will have you.
Bro, how much would the internet, bro? Can you imagine the internet, dude? I cannot imagine crypto Twitter, bro. If this happened, could you imagine? We haven't seen Richard in forever, and the first picture he posts, he's next to Trump or some shit.
Yo. Let's make that happen.
Bro, could you fucking imagine? Like, he's like, I'm here with Trump's, and I like Richard. Fucking melt. It would melt Twitter, bro. It would melt Twitter. Oh,
I feel like the Don probably says some shit like this guy, he's fighting the evil corrupt governments. We're on the same side or something.
Yeah,
because they're like both pro people.
You know who I've recently gotten helped get into crypto, which is pretty insane. Like I've gotten Barack Obama's brother into crypto.
You told me.
Yeah, dude, that was Malik Obama.
Malik.
Yeah, dude, like pretty insane. He is saying some pretty zesty shit.
Funny on Twitter.
Yeah, I will say that.
Got zesty.
I'm kind of being careful though. I've always wanted to live. I don't go swimming in the ocean.
Yeesh.
As a matter of fact, I don't like swimming. I'm in perfect health, more or less.
But yeah, no, that's crazy. That's a big player right there. You got nice. Okay.
Yeah, Poppy.
That
Trump
Obama money into Pulse chain.
Yeah.
Nice.
That'd be hilarious. Dead serious. My brother wants to drop a hip hop album on Mintra.
Oh
damn.
Shoot.
Okay, Frank.
Okay.
Let's see.
All right, damn me. Like, I mean, you don't really need my permission, but like, if I can help in any way, like, yeah, DM me. Go for it. Damn, that's cool. Oh, that's probably why you were asking about like dropping MP4s.
Yeah, that's what he was
asking about MP4s. Oh, okay. Ooh, we will probably want to make sure that rolls into an update before he does that.
Yeah, imagine Richard Hart comes back skinny, ripped, calling it first. Shit, I'd hope that'd be really cool.
Pretty badass. That's like his final big challenge. I feel like he's dominated everything else, dude. Just like complete domination. Last one is like, he needs to get on that JFK diet.
Just on Halo test. I'd rather him on trend than anything. Fuck that shit. Halo test, man. He'd be a pissy motherfucker.
Honestly, just good old, like, I'm not condoning this, but I think the safest, if you need it, is like just good old testosterone.
Yeah.
Like, it's the safest.
Yeah. I have a guy, what's his name?
All other stuff is
Thor. Shout out to Thor and stuff. Thor, my buddy Thor is like pretty much an expert on that stuff. That's what he does for a living. And I also have Phil Foster as well. He has a TRT clinic. There's a lot of people in the red pill space that are into that stuff.
Oh yeah.
I mean, especially if like if you're not gonna have kids or you're done having kids, Like I see no reason why you're not on TRT. Like that's one of the main reasons I'm not really on it myself personally, just because like I am trying to have some kids. So like
For sure.
but you still could get on TRT and have kids. It's just like your sperm count's gonna go lower.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you know anything if you're on TRT and you like impregnate a woman and then
you can
like does the kid no of course you can no I'm saying like does the kid come out like with particularly higher testosterone baseline levels? Because I've seen like parents who were on the juice and like their kids are like just naturally at like 600-700 nanograms per deciliter, like the upper end of the like natural. And it's like damn.
All right, so I'm about to put the biggest amount of salt on this real quick before I say something. Like
true or not?
Like so epigenetically,
yeah.
What it would do is that so basically what happens every couple days or every 7 days, you essentially are just recycling all the semen inside your balls and stuff, and pretty much it's like imagine like every 7 days you're getting photocopied, right? And whatever, and so there's a lot of things that called gene expression. So if you're a person that's lifting a lot of weights, you have a certain amount of good genes that are kind of that are turned on and expressed, and those get passed along to your offspring, right? So it's possible when you're on that much stuff that you have all these genes turned on to the nth degree, and then that can be passed on. So you're more fitter. This is why, like, if you're like you literally, if you're obese, if you're like your mom and dad are fat, you're more likely to be fat,
right?
Or like if like now it does take a long time. It's like it does take a long time. Like I mean, imagine that like you have 4 generations. Like your dad was a championship bodybuilder, your mom's a championship bodybuilder, and then you have 4 generations of that, like genetic elite. Great grandchild born. Like
oh man,
yeah, that shit is real.
So like in peak condition when you're trying to conceive, pretty much is kind of the summary there.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff, but like, but everyone's a little bit different. Everyone's a little bit different with like TRT and stuff because some people are much more like at least what I've noticed is a lot of people who have a lot more Native American blood, tend to get a lot more higher blood pressure on it. From what I've noticed, buddies that I have and stuff, and this is because I know, like, when you're Mexican or you're just, you know, like it doesn't matter Guatemalan or whatever, as long as if you're more native and stuff, you end up having a little more like blood pressure issues, with it on and stuff. Like other people don't, but some people end up having more. Like if you have more Native American blood, you end up having way less hair loss at all.
Interesting. Yeah, because that is a side effect.
Yeah, because if any person that's like full like Native American and stuff, they don't get any hair loss. Basically, that doesn't happen. Yeah, it's really strange, but it like I've seen it like it's kind of a weird. There's kind of like weird sort of there's kind of weird sort of like gene expressions through that and stuff like that. But like everyone's a little bit different. Some people get a shit ton of acne on it. Some people don't. Some people have like no sides at all. There's people who are born with like more androgen receptors than other people.
Right.
So, like that's a crazy one. But
yeah, like the majority of your androgen receptors, I think, are like in your chest and your shoulders for dudes. So like when you start juicing, that starts blowing up first because it's more prone to like receive the
Frank, do you mean the Africans are like that with the high blood pressure or with the losing their hair? Because like the people I've seen that are Hispanic that have lost their hair are the ones that are just mixed in with a lot of European blood, that then they start having that problem. But knock on wood.
That's interesting to know. So that's good to know because I'm like I'm literally like 50% Spanish, like 40% Mexican, and then just like 10% mixed.
Yeah. I found out I'm kind of a little
40.
I'm a little more Portuguese than I am Spanish.
Interesting. How do you
I didn't know
tell like the difference because they're so close?
Yeah,
it's like most.
I've always wondered why no one's I looked into that. Like, why wasn't Portugal taken over by Spain? Yeah, basically because the UK was supporting them because basically they wanted to keep the Spanish Empire kind of off their feet. Basically, so basically they kind of had them as like a military, as like a second like military little, like a little bit. Well, Kyle, let's not like. But they had them as kind of like a proxy thing there. So we have this military base here to attack you if you get like. So it was like something like that was going on. Pretty insane. Don't do 23andMe. Fuck all that shit. But if you can avoid it, basically.
Yeah, they'll probably clone you without your permission.
Yeah, no, a bunch of the 23andMe data got leaked.
Really?
Not all of it, but supposedly like a couple million people's
genetic data
got put. No, I didn't do it through there. Thank God.
I thought it was I saw that. I think they were trying to say like, no, it wasn't genetic data. It was just like, identifying data. I was like,
Oh, yeah, it's what's the difference? Yeah, it's
crazy, dog.
Yeah, I am almost 100% sure that data but the thing is like eventually they will get you on that shit because like right now to go to the airport, they're almost making it seem everyone's doing TSA pre-check or doing clear, and they're already retina scanning you anyway, and they got your fucking thumbprints and stuff. Even when you're at the casino, even if you're in a casino, you take any cash out or anything like that, they make you thumbprint and shit, the receipt and stuff, and all this other crazy crap. And like, bros, it's like, it's yeah.
It's Brave New World out here.
Yeah, I don't know if it's brave, but but I do think that test is pretty, because it's true. Like, I mean, I've always the one thing that I would say like is I probably like if I was like what I would figure out is like if you're a person that's on TRT, like if shit really were to go down, if you can learn how to manufacture it yourself here in the States, or learn how to manufacture it, or just knowing how to do it yourself. Not that I know how to do that or anything like that, but it just would be interesting. Because like, imagine if everything turns off and you've been on test forever, and then the test supply goes away, your T levels are just destroyed.
Where's it coming from? Like Thailand or something?
Yeah, well, it just gets imported, but like, there's a way to make it through yams, basically.
That is what it's made from, like just sweet potatoes or yams.
Sweet potatoes.
Or
That's so you can make it from sweet potatoes, which we have all over the Americas, which you'll find on the.
Crazy, dude. Yeah.
They used to literally
the safest compared to like HGH and all the other stuff that like makes your freaking organs and heart grow. Like that shit is like dangerous.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah.
Hex Monkey, they're really pushing that whole clear stuff in airports now. No way, no thanks. Yeah, it's just annoying, but it kind of is what it is, pretty much. I mean, they can already track people's faces already, and you literally have to wear a mask. Like, even if you wear a regular mask on your face, they can still see who you are. You have to literally wear a mask that has inserts to change the shape of your face underneath. In the UK, they can detect you by your ears.
Damn.
Dude, so it's like shit. It's great. And they're mostly doing that to see. It's kind of funny how they do that, and they never catch the provocateurs, which are like the police. Like, a lot of times, if you have a peaceful demonstration, they send police in dressed up as civilians to start bullshit, to start a riot, and then their agents step out, and then they fucking crack down on a thing.
Really?
Oh yeah.
They just incite some bullshit, and that's concerning. That's new to me.
Yeah, let's see. Lots of bodybuilders died in the last few years taking crazy. Most of that had to do with like they're taking. So most of the deaths, from what I've seen, this is my professional and unprofessional opinion, is mostly from insulin. From what I've like that's what's really going on. And a lot of these dudes are also taking tons of other drugs.
Yeah,
they're partying, they're taking Molly, they're taking this, they're taking that. Like, everything's a pill. So it isn't just like this whole thing is like, dude, Arnold's still alive. Like, Sylvester Stallone is still alive.
It's true.
These dudes have been jacked to the tits since the fucking like Arnold since the 70s, fucking since the 80s, 90s till now. Like, a lot of it's just making sure you're taking care. I mean, a lot of the recent deaths have been because a lot of these dumb bodybuilders got the fucking COVID shot.
Oh shit.
Yeah, dude, that shit causes blood clots. Your chance of getting a heart attack. Like, I flew to California to stop my brothers from taking that shit.
Good brother.
Yeah. They were about to get the knee line judoed that shit. I was like,
Nice. Yeah. Need someone like you in your court, man, to avoid you from doing stupid shit.
Yeah. But it's Sus and D-ball are life. I don't know about D-ball. I will be. One day when I am on the sauce, it'd be really fun because I could have a really awesome stream about roids. I could just do a whole roid. I could literally do a whole bodybuilding show and shit because I love this shit. This shit's so cool. It's one of my passions. I'm so interested by like that whole genre when it comes to like performance enhancing drugs and stuff, because like we all use drugs no matter what. Like, we take caffeine to stay awake. This shit like what are we? The only natural shit is like we're chewing on cocoa leaves, maybe, like would be like natural. But we have coffee, which is like it's the lines get blurred a little bit. Like, energy drinks, we take shit to go to sleep. Our stomach hurts, so we take Pepto-Bismol. We take Tums for antacid. Our head hurts.
You ever heard of kratom? You ever take kratom?
Yeah, Yeah, I've heard of kratom. I've never used it before, but it just, to me, it seems like something people use that are kind of, they like opiates or some shit.
Yeah, I heard of it, and like a lot of like, there's like this money Twitter niche, kind of like the bros who are all about like lifting, cigarettes, like raw milk, and just like kratom.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
there's
yeah.
that whole niche, and I'm just like, they got me interested in like, what is this kratom shit? And just like I don't know enough about it, so I was just, since you were on the topic, I was like, is it performance enhancement, like natural?
No,
based?
it's more of a
What
pain.
is-
People use it for pain or whatever, but basically, it's a
Yeah.
lot of people who are addicted to like. It seems to me people are addicted to pain pills and stuff. They get into kratom as a way to like, just like it's like I'm vaping and I get into kratom basically. Now, anyone who does kratom a lot are probably gonna be like, no, that's not true. But like, yeah. Let's say I actually had a lot of people agree with me about the whole weed stuff. A lot of people use weed as a crutch, and it's like now if you're making a lot of money and you're smoking weed, all right. But like I know, like dude, if wherever weed is legal, you're getting taxed so much money to buy that shit. Like it really is. Like, it's so much money, dude. If you're just a normal guy, you're buying weed, dude. Like how much are you fucking spending? You're literally like. And another thing too, right? They use some of these legal drugs and illegal drugs to keep people from following their dreams. So if you look, imagine we have a drug now. You do your work. You do your work. You smoke weed. You get high at night. You wake up. You're not that high anymore. You go to work. What did you not do? You didn't study. You didn't do anything else to maybe progress your life. So you stay stuck in that zone so they can keep controlling. They waste more of your life.
Yeah.
Right. Buy crypto instead. But like, dude, the guy, okay. So there's a guy who taught my dad about like construction back in the days. It's like 70s.
Yeah.
And one thing he told my dad was like, he told me about this and he was like, he thought it was pretty fucked up. But what he told my dad was like, he's like, get your guys to start drinking. You'll keep them around longer. This is some real shit. This is some real shit. And this was taught in Spanish communities and in the white construction company community, like all of it. It was basically get the workers on fucking alcohol, buy them a 6-pack, buy them a 24-pack after the job and stuff, because then they'll start drinking and then they won't do anything and then they won't think about leaving, and you'll literally keep your workers in there 2 to 3 years longer because you make them into fucking alcoholics. Yeah, dude. And the same now,
dirty
dude,
game.
But it's true. It is true. It is this sort of truth and stuff. It's like they use this stuff as like, wait, now only the smart ones and the guys who really like are on top of their stuff have to like. That's why people who really want it will get it, right? But there's a lot of people there in the middle that they put things there to kind of slow them down. Like if you got to think, if you didn't get into some of this other stuff, you would have been at your goal 2, 3, 5 years faster.
No, I have the hack for you. Get your construction workers on Adderall. See what happens.
Well, no. Here's the thing. No, they don't do that. You know what they do? They get them on illegal Adderall. They get them on meth.
Oh,
yeah, dude. If you think the guys working in the ACs, like on AC companies, tree service companies, guys who are doing framing, any of the heavy duty, they're all on meth,
like
bro.
Or truck drivers.
Meth and coke, dude. They're all on coke, meth, or like literally. And the guys that are running the companies are all on Adderall. So everybody in the entire company is doing fucking methamphetamine at some point, or ephedra. All of them are. All of them are, bro. This country doesn't this country runs on coke.
Does it? I mean, I trust you. I believe you in those answers. Like. You're more knowledgeable in that.
I never done any of that shit, but like I'll tell you this much though. Like you see it, dude. Like you see it in the memes. Like
sounds like FTX. Someone said in the chat. Yeah.
Sounds like well FTX. Dude, they took it some other level there. But like white collar, there's white collar drugs and there's blue collar drugs or whatever. But they're all like truck drivers are doing meth, or they're like even baseball players from back then. They were doing methamphetamine themselves. They were doing greenies. They were taking shit. They were taking speed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone is doing something. Some people are pounding back tons of caffeine and stuff. They're like, but at the same time, what does that show about human nature? We're trying to get an edge.
Yeah. We're just trying to get an edge. Trying to feel some. That's crazy. So sorry, you just lost me. Like,
But it's
You did last week.
if
Like, everyone's
you-
doing math.
all you got to do is look at whatever industry and look at their memes. Every industry has their kind of memes, right? Like it's just sad that the office workers, their memes are all about antidepressants. You seen that?
Yeah, that's
They're all about
sad, dog.
Antidepressant. What are the coders?
Yeah.
The coders like they're all on like
Adderall, caffeine.
What if you look at Mexican construction? If you look at the construction memes,
Yeah.
they're all it's all either beer, they're doing coke,
Right,
Vedra,
right.
or some shit.
There's some crazy. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah. Real talk.
Yeah. So okay. Before we sign off, so where can people follow you, man?
X.com, formerly known as Twitter, Gerardog, GERAWRDOG, YouTube.com/Gerardog without the W, GERARDOG. App.mintra.ai, right? New NFT marketplace on Pulse Chain, decentralized, smart, secure, scalable, audited, amazing, beautiful. Look into Hex.com for Hex Analytics. What else do I got? Might as well drop it here, man. We're building a block explorer too, so that should, get rocking pretty soon. But as of now, all it is a nice little token scanner, lightbeam.xyz.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can find me there. I'm on Instagram, not much. Gerardog as well. That's pretty much it. Yeah, that's where you can find me.
Perfect, man. And I'll read one last super chat just before we go from Sterling. What principles and concepts have you guys learned about human nature that you've applied to crypto? I guess greed, human greed. Like I looked at how people act during Black Friday, and then in my head, that's exactly how they act during when a coin launches, or they're like when the coin, like right now when the coins were pumping, everyone was buying into green candles because like I'm gonna get left behind, So that's something that I've like applied, at least from what I've seen.
Interesting. Black Friday FOMO greed, huh? I've learned that tribalism is like pretty much like sports in crypto, except squared to the nth degree, because it's there's money involved. So you get that like these crazy like niche little gangs who like hate each other, and so there's some overlap, and there's like Corey just prancing across every down the street, loving everyone. But yeah, it's just clicky.
Yeah,
very clicky.
Perfect, man. So last thing I'll go. Thank you so much for joining me, Gerardo. I think one of the main reasons I think you got hate is because when you launched your project, you took shine away from other projects, and that's kind of what's going. But they're gonna have to get used to that, because as more projects launch, there's gonna be a new kid on the block all the time.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, I was thinking of Pulse Chain infrastructure. Like, I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking about like keeping the pie little and making sure these guys. No, I'm trying to grow the whole ass pie, dude. I'm trying to make sure that like legit professional projects, people can come over and be like, damn, look at that. They have a whole ass professional quality NFT marketplace. They have like everyone's building everything. Like we have everything Ethereum has at this point, almost, if not there. So like we need to legitimize ourselves as an L1. That's just the truth.
And that's the truth. And you can't do it without an NFT. I mean, even Richard knew that like you had to have NFTs. You have to. Right, or you can't be considered an L1, man. But thank you so much for joining me, you guys. I'll be back on Saturday. I'll release a time there. We're more than likely going to be streaming at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Saturday. So catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.